Shalom. Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shai, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shai, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shai, Call Elohim La Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem, Racha HaKodash. Divine the Apostle Elders, a great millstone, peace, blessings, salutations to the overly elect. Alright. What to do this quick lesson? I came across a video of Iuic dancing to the new moon. And it seems like these jakes always find a way to dance and, you know, make people make merry, you know. But the scriptures speak clearly on these on the spirit we're supposed to be in. The Salakia, you know, I'm under the weather, Lord, so to speak. And you know, I've been trying to contemplate how to attack this lesson. So I just pray that it's edifying to the elect. Okay. There's a few points I want to make. Number one, IUIC, like I said, they always want to find a way to shuck and jive and dance. And they'll find any reason to do it. They'll find one situation where there was a celebration in the new moon, right? But then to pervert the entire spirit of the new moon. But also, why preach the new moon if you're going to keep a Saturday to Sunday Sabbath? As you can see, their leader here. See, this is incorrect. This guy says the new moon is a full moon, which is incorrect. And then you have, if it even shows it, you got women making videos, incorrect. And I don't want to show it, okay? I just found I saw a clip of Nate entitled Debunking Salakia, the new moon. Here we go, new moon, nail in the coffin 9 years ago. And now they celebrate the new moon. And the new moons and the Sabbaths were actually supposed to be held similarly, not on this dancing stuff. And like I said, Jake liked to find one example in the Bible where somebody danced. Salaki, I'm going to say new moon. Let's just go straight up new moon KJV. Boom. Isaiah 66:23, and it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Yahweh. Okay, a new moon and a Sabbath are to be practiced the same way. Okay. How was the new moon to Salakia? That's verse 23. Baba Kashab, bear with me. Okay. Alright, and now I'm going to go in here and just type new moon. Salaki, I done typed that wrong. I don't want no Google search. Okay, new moon. Shit. Man, this damn keyboard is just not agreeing with me. Okay. Salakia. Okay. David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go, that I may hide myself at even. 2 Kings 4:23. And he said, just to show you a new moon and the Sabbath were treated the same way. 2 Kings 4:21, and she went up and laid on the bed of the man of God, and shut the door upon him, and went out. And she called to her husband and said, send me, I pray thee, one of the young men and one of the asses, that I may run to the man of God and come again. And he said, wherefore wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, it shall be well. Because you would have been able to predict where he was going to be, because everybody was supposed to link up on the new moons and on the Sabbath. They were treated the same. You know, and I don't want to go too deep into it, but No, there's been this contention about it. You just have to do the research yourself. All right. And to offer all, I'm going to just read the point first. Chronicles 23 and 31 says, and to offer all burnt sacrifices unto Yahweh in the Sabbaths, in the new moons, and on the set feasts by number, according to the number commanded them continually before Yahweh. Okay. And you see it, right? Sabbaths and new moons are used interchangeably. And now in this video that I saw, okay, Lord willing, I remember which one I click on. Yeah, let's click this, right?
Have you ever looked at the moon in the sky at night and wondered why it's important in the Bible?
In the Old Testament, the new moon wasn't just a phase. It was a time of worship and sacred gatherings.
The new moon marked the beginning of months. In fact, in Exodus 12,
the new moon marked the beginning of months. So why then do you keep a Sunday to Saturday, a Friday to Saturday sundown Sabbath if the moon dictate the beginning of the month? I'm going to let it read the precept before we...
and 2, it states, this month shall be the beginning of months.
See?
You.
There you go. Now let's get this. The month is called after her name. Salakia. Boom. Ecclesiastes 4, D3 and 8. Let's start at verse 7. Now 6. He made the moon. Ecclesiastes 4 and 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. See, times. The new moon dictates the month. And on this, you count the days, and 6 days shall you work, and on the 7th day you shall rest. So when the new moon comes, that's how you keep the Sabbath. So how can you preach that in a clip and then turn around and say, oh, the new moon does not dictate the Sabbath? It's not a Friday to Saturday sundown Sabbath. You can't go in your lesson and say, oh, the new moon dictates this, and then turn around and say, oh, we ain't gonna keep it by the moon though. Confusion. This is what the Bible says when it says, you shall know them by their fruits, because their fruits are corrupt. It's this wishy-washy, flippy-floppy, okay? You got to let your yea mean yea, your nay mean nay. Sirach 4 and 7. From the moon is the sign of feasts, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasingly wonderful in her changing, being an instrument of the armies. Salakia. Yeah, so you see it, right? You see it. Lord willing, you should. All right. Proverbs 24 and 21. My son, fear thou Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. And this is the thing. Sometimes you correct things. If you're wrong, you correct it. You do a correction video, it happens, right? But these guys will change the doctrine and act like they never taught something otherwise. They'll double down. They'll argue with you. They'll be rebellious. Oh, it ain't this, and the final nail in the coffin to this new moon thing, and all these proud videos. Then they sneak and they start teaching the new moon is the Sabbath. Or they sneak and they start teaching keep the new moon. And then they got you dancing. Pop, lock it and drop it on the new moon. Which is completely off. So Salakia, you know, you can kind of hear it. I'm kind of struggling to do this lesson. I'm just going to go ahead and end it here, Lord willing, you're edified. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bashim, El Shai, Bashim, Rakah, HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations. To the hope for the elect, Shalom, Abba, Baba.